Hello, viewers. You're most welcome once again to Ace Rabbit Farm. I know this is a very classical business plan discussion, but I'm going to do my best to make it as interactive as possible, switching between what we have done at Ace Rabbit Farm and how that fit into our business plan, so that it becomes very practical and very usable for you. Okay, and so for this reason, yeah, why not join us, guys? Let us take this journey together. So I think a very good starting point will really be why do we need a business plan? You know, and I think the best approach to this discussion is to break down and explain each term. Give each term a proper attention. So exactly what is business? Straightforward, business exists to make money. That is it. And then what is a plan? You see, a plan is an intentional set of activities, to achieve a goal, a particular goal. So when you put the two together, we want to make money, and here is the plan to make the money. So that then makes it a very easy conversation. Hey, we are doing rabbit farming because we want to make money. Okay, if you want to make money, show me your plan. How do you want to make the money? And that therefore speaks to a business plan. So basically combining the two words, we want to make money. So here's a set of plans to guide us to make that money. So with such an explanation, it becomes easy to really dive into this topic. And so, do you need it? Do you need this? Yes. Even for a small backyard farmer, it is worth having a business plan because you can fall back on this plan if things are going very well, and vice versa. If things are going very badly, you can always fall back onto this plan. Because you have a plan, you can always go back to the plan to correct it, improve it, modify it, change it completely. We live in a very dynamic or changing world, and therefore your plan is relevant to ensure that your business keep up to these changing plans. Okay, just give me a second. Exactly that. And so besides, a plan will always keep us in a straight line. It will keep us sane in our own mind that whatever we are doing, we are following a particular plan. And so I guess why a business plan, it is very easy to explain. And that is basically what I'm trying to do right now. So guys, let's dive straight into this topic. Before we do that, if this sort of thing interests you guys, kindly go ahead and subscribe to the channel as we continue to bring you more and more and more of this stuff. Okay, share with your fellow farmers, and let's grow together. So remember, our principle is always to share, and while we are doing this, hopefully we are increasing the base of Ghanaian farmers or farmers on the African continents where we can produce top quality protein for our families, our neighbors, and if we are lucky, a bigger market. We are only talking about local market, guys. What about the international market? So can you see, it is actually very, very relevant that we deep dive into a very basic business plan to help us grow appropriately. Okay. Phew. All right. Now that we have gotten over that definition and reason to have a business plan, look, let us put some pen to paper. Let us put some pencils down to paper and construct one business plan. So firstly, your rabbit farm must have a name and a purpose, because you are farming. There has to be a name for your farm, and there has to be a reason why you are doing the farm. Okay. So in the case of Ace Rabbit Farm, our name is Ace Rabbit Farm. This name is important. So when you're choosing it, choose it very carefully, because people who are going to interact with you are going to be calling your name. Your business is an entity. And when I say people, I'm talking about potential customers will engage your farm for product and services, and therefore they need to know a better way of addressing you. So in our case, Ace Rabbit Farm, it is located. There you go. You give the address. Here are the contact numbers. You've got all our contact number on YouTube. And what we do, what is our purpose? We sell rabbit breeding stock for other rabbit farmers and also for meat consumption. So those are some of the purposes that we have. We offer consultation to our partners to help them improve in their own practices. So then you continue. We are approved, to produce and sustain the pure breeding lines of rabbits available to Ghana, to conserve the genetic pools. Those are some of our own ambition. And here is our permit. In the case where you live in a place where you need permission to do rabbit farming, boom, here is our permit. We comply with the local rules and regulation and food and animal safety. Okay, so basically that gives your company or your farm the legitimacy, that you are doing things correctly, you are following the rules and regulation, and for this reason, you are already building a brand where people can then associate with you and trust you to come to you for goods and services, in this particular case for rabbit. So it is clear, name of the company, location, and what the company stands for or what the company does. That immediately sets us up on this journey of constructing a beautiful business case. Come on, dear, a beautiful business plan. Okay. Okay. One more critical element is the customers. Guys, you can talk about who your customers are. Who are you targeting to sell your rabbits to? And maybe why do you think they will buy your rabbit? So that is a very critical part of this whole business plan, is also to be able to clearly identify your target customers. I mean, the technical term is customer segmentation. I don't think that's what we want to discuss, but just have a vague idea who really you think are your customers, okay? So maybe in the case of Ace Rabbit Farm, look, we are focusing on other rabbit farmers because the idea is to spread the good genes of animals that we have got, because we imported them into the country, so that the Ghanaian farmer can have the right breed, because the right breed gives you the right meat to bone ratio and all the time to maturity, all the good things comes from the right breed. Okay, so that has been our focus, really, is to spread the good genes into Ghana. So I'm sure there is no farmer who has come to buy Ace Farm to buy an animal and gone to slaughter it. No, they buy the animals from Ace Rabbit Farm so that they can go and improve their own herd. Okay, well, bloodline, if you want to call it that. Then our second group of customers will be those, our neighbors, the nearest chop bars, the local restaurants that we sell in bulk to for meat purposes. Okay. So that then closes the topic of identifying ourselves, identifying what we do, and also identifying who the customer base is. Now, let's try. Let us get out and list what other key activities or key suppliers that we require to complete a business case. Okay, so look, our company cannot stand on its own. Ace Farm does not have everything, so we have external suppliers that sells us animal feed, that sells us veterinary medicines, that sells us premix, that sells us the cage and wiring that we use. Okay, so these are all external suppliers. Then when you come to our own company, we have resources. We have land, we have people that work for us, and so forth. And then we have the internal processes. So, who are these external suppliers? Who are they? How stable are they? How reliable are they? Because if we rely on them to do our business and our suppliers are not stable, hey, our business is going to suffer. Guess what? Your investors, the person who is looking at your business case, is interested in knowing this. Okay? Example, if we depend on Ukraine or Russia for our animal feed, now there is war in Russia, and that means there is going to be disruption to our feed supply. Your investors are looking at all these risk elements towards your business performance. Listen, look, we can review strategies to deal with such risk, maybe in a different video. But you need to be aware of this because your business is interacting with external people. And if there is any trouble in the external environment, it is going to have a direct impact on your business, okay? So again, if you have a business plan, it will become much clearer for you to know what to do and at what time. So now, when it comes to resources, I spoke about land, cage, pellet machine, automatic water system, borehole. What if Akosombo shuts down and there's no water? Which, of course, sometimes they do shut the water down. We have borehole to rely on. Your investors are looking at all of this because these resources are essential to your production, okay? All right, then we speak about internal processes. These are usually things that we do to make sure that there is production. Example, crossing of the animals, at the right time. Example, routine exercises like cleaning, disinfection, treatment of cocci at times, vitamin administration, separating the young bucks to reduce possible inbreeding. These are all internal processes that we do. So how often do we bring new blood from outside in to complement our stock? When our animal is sick, what do we do? What is the protocol? Do we separate the animal into a sick bay? These are all internal processes. How do we call a veterinary service person to come for inspection? What if the national government comes to inspect our farm? How do we conduct ourselves? So all of these are internal processes which are relevant to the day-to-day operation of the company. And you need to take note of all of that. Okay, guys, we are almost done. Let's move to the red part, which really is the financial analysis. If you are still here with us, then it means you are finding this content very valuable. Always, as usual, please go ahead. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe as we continue to bring you timeless, educative content, which is going to help you improve your rabbit farming activities, okay? So, the financial analysis, and this is really what the investors are looking for, really. They are asking questions like, is there a future for your farm? Based on your forecast. Is your company making money? Sales, revenue, and profit. Cost. Is your cost too high? Is it low? What are the efficiencies? What are some of the strategies that we can recommend to you to reduce costs, increase revenue? So all of these, I like to call them under the financial analysis. So yeah, we can just look at it. So cost, obviously, because you are buying feed, there is cost. Cages, transportation, you are paying your staff, so there is cost. You need to list all these costs down, okay? We move to revenue. Revenue is basically the money that comes in. How money comes into your company. When we sell breeders, or when we give consultation services, of course we get paid. All of that falls under revenue. Do you have more revenue stream? In rabbit farm, we speak about selling the urine, we speak about selling the meat, we speak about selling the droppings for fertilizer, we speak about doing the fur. All of this, you could even have a rabbit show where people pay money to come in. All of these are revenue coming into your organization. You need to account for all of that, okay? Yeah. Then, I guess you're still here. I've tried to make this as interactive, as entertaining as possible, okay? So please don't get bored. We are almost done, okay? So in summary, maybe we jump straight into summary because, well, maybe wait a minute. Let's do a little bit of a financial forecasting. Okay, let's do a little bit of financial forecasting because I think that is the trickiest part of the financial analysis. Okay, now that is a future look of your company. Okay, I said it's the trickiest part and also very, very interesting as it is based on a couple of assumptions. There is a lot of assumption when it comes to forecasting. So, for example, we assume that we will sell 5,000 rabbits every year, and the following year we'll grow by another 1,000. So that means in year 1 we sell 5,000. In year 2 we sell 6,000. In year 3 we sell 7,000. This is a sign of incremental volumes that we are selling, and what this means is more revenue is coming into our organization. The people who are funding your business want to have a look at it. You yourself, you want to confirm that, hey, wait a minute, if I can sell 5,000 this year and sell 6,000 next year, it's a sign that I'm growing. Okay, so can you see that the business plan is actually relevant for you? Okay, you need it. All right, so with these figures now, we can start to estimate how much revenue we will make. And revenue is what your investor, not really revenue, well, revenue and profit is what your investors want to have a look at. But guys, we are not here to debate accounting terminologies, okay, because profit is a totally different ball game. Okay, revenue is a different ball game. Profit is a different ball game. I don't think that is what the purpose of this conversation is. This conversation really is to help us break down the elements of a business plan so that when the time comes for us to do our business plan, we can easily identify these boxes, which I have put here very clearly. And you just take each box and then you just list your various items, okay? So yeah, that's basically the total conversation around a business plan. I think this is the very best time to summarize, okay? Yeah, we can summarize. So for sure, we need a business plan. Do we need it? Yes. We need a business plan to guide our own decision on key activities to do, key priorities, which activities to do first, because they all lead us to making money. A good business plan will help us to analyze our performance, and it will give us potential remedial actions to be taken to fix some of our faults. And finally, we will use a business plan to communicate to our funders for more funding in case we want to grow. So look, to replay our business plan will also help us become compliant. When you look at a business plan, you should immediately tell whether we are compliant with local rules and regulation. Now our business has got a name and it has listed what our product and services are. Guess what? We now have to do marketing and push and push and push so that everybody who is into rabbit will know who we are and they can start coming to us for rabbit. So maybe take away, remember that your business plan must be a truthful reflection of the realities on the ground. Don't cook the numbers, don't lie in your business plan because you'll be lying to yourself. Okay, so just make sure it is as truthful as possible. Yeah, so thank you for sticking around for 20-ish minutes. And yeah, somebody said they want to see me, so let me see if I can switch on the camera for you. So guys, for what it's worth, all the best. Thank you for sticking around, and I don't have anything to hold my camera. So all the best. I just came back from golf and I thought, let me sit down and put something down because this question has come out quite a bit. And so if you're still here, you know how we do it here at Ace Farm. Keep farming, don't give up, okay? We're going to make this into the other side. So yeah, why not? Okay, catch you next time. Bye.